Death isn't kind. It's dark and black, and as far as you can see, you're all alone. There's no one else.
All alone?
Yes, but it's no different when you're alive, is it? No matter how many relationships we seem to have, we're all alone. I am, my mother is. And you are too.
This quote has stuck with me for the past 13 years. I didn't quite understand it when I was 15. I watched an anime a classmate told me was creepy, but when I heard this, something struck a nerve. I didn't truly understand it when I was a teenager, and yet somehow it meant something to me. I was always a social type. I could get along with anyone, and I surrounded myself with a lot of people. But now that I'm approaching 30, I only still talk to one of those people, someone I knew since I was 4 years old. Everyone else just disappeared. I am forever grateful to have that friend in my life. I consider him my brother. I never get to see him. And I know I'm not, but I feel alone. And I think that's why this quote is important to me. I think this was the first time anime made me actually realize that these silly shows I've been watching for years, they have meaning. They're important. I rarely ever cared about what I watched. I wanted to see cool fights and that was it. But that changed. I started watching anime to see what I could learn, what I could relate to. Started seeing my favorite anime in a new light. Dragon Ball was no longer about screaming and punching. It became about overcoming anything in your way, that there will always be an obstacle in life, and you need to be prepared for it. Naruto wasn't about some loudmouth kid in orange throwing kunai. It was about chasing a dream. Your dream. And Inuyasha didn't just scream and swing a big sword. It was always about dealing with trauma, falling in love, and understanding that not everything works out. But you have to keep going. I started to really understand what I was watching. But I was still just a kid. I thought I understood how the world worked. As wrong as I may have been. But I don't think I would be who I am today if it wasn't for these lessons. These first steps into understanding. I'm still learning these lessons. I have lived over a quarter century, yet I still have so much to learn. I look back 5 years and I realize how foolish I was. 10 years, even more so. This whole time, anime has been a part of that journey. I'm trying to be like my favorite character as a kid, to trying to be someone those characters would be proud of as an adult. I know, that sounds lame. But is that really so bad? It's not like they were always cool, right? We really do each have a journey we're on. Obstacles we must overcome, trials that nobody else sees. Yet we must move forward. Sometimes that's being alone but continuing on because we know the good times are gonna come. Sometimes that's struggling every day because we have people depending on us. And sometimes it's just hard. But we're still here. I think people shouldn't just think of anime as cartoons for kids. There's so much to learn from it. And if we're being honest, the only people that think that haven't really watched anime. They have seen Goku fighting Frieza, screaming with his hands in the air, and saw flashing lights. To them, it was just some guy fighting a glossy alien. But we know that there was more to it. That was the last-ditch effort from a man trying to save people he never met from a tyrannical ruler. A monster that enslaves those he saw as beneath him. A villain who later kills his best friend. And that man snapped. He embodied a legend. He became a hero, a true hero. It's moments like that where we feel the depression, the anger, and the loss. Because we've all lost someone. It might have been a family member to cancer, a friend we grew apart from, a partner to somebody they told us not to worry about. We've all felt loss in some way or another, and the emotions that come with it. And anime is a safe way for us to escape from those pains from our day-to-day lives. But it also has something we can relate to. Sometimes we just want to be happy. We just want to watch that happy slice of life anime to make us smile. Or to get hyped up seeing the underdog win that fight. Or even just let it all out and cry over a happy couple and our favorite show because we can't keep it bottled up anymore. Anime lets us not only have a form of escapism, but also a way to vent without words. It lets us feel. And I don't know if I'm right or not, but to me, anime lets me grow. It helps me learn. It makes me a better person. There's still a lot of room for improvement, but I'm trying. And I think that's what really matters. That's why anime is important.
Once you've been hurt, you learn to hate. But if you hurt another, you become hated, and you shoulder a sense of guilt. But it is because one understands such pain that generosity towards others becomes second nature. That's what makes us human. It's a process called growing up.